Masei. I only have two cousins here. These are two varieties of Miconia. You know the main difference because, digo, the main similarity, because they have four major segments on the top of their leaf, okay? Divided in four major sections. Every time you see the species, they're gonna be in different sizes. This one will cause no infection once again to skin. You can single apply it, double apply it for comfort, and that's what we will use. There's one top personal favorite for me that is closer to the waterways. Feels like Charmin. Does that depend what you like? Or Scott, more rough in the edges, or Charmin type. And you can feel the textures. You can grab them right now. They're harmless for your skin. So that's what we will use, the Kamasei family. If I see more around the way, I have seen it all the time, is that now I'm talking about it. Pero the thing is que escargot, Caracolus caracola. You're gonna find them everywhere in Puerto Rico. And the thing, the snail, correcto. The thing is that that snail used to be part of our important diets in the Caribbean oceanic formation, once again. So everything was brought. We didn't have big mammals, no horses, no cows, no sheep, no dogs, no nothing. It was limited. So we depended a lot on grubs, some things flying, some things that we'll find in our waters. Así que this was super popular. Colonial times, 3 species of rats made it to this side of the planet. We had rodents in the Americas, but we didn't have rats that if they did their necessity and a snail passes through there, through papaya fields or banana, it will capture a bacteria. We as a human will consume it. 2 days later, 3 maximum, kaput for you. It will kill your immune system and nothing. People will be dying over here in the Americas with the rat infestation like crazy. It was more sicknesses than actually warfare. People dying in the Americas in that colonial process. But the thing is, okay, throughout generations, it was a big no-no to eat escargot over here. You ask my grandma, my mom, hey, you want to eat escargot in a restaurant? She gives me the cross, she kneels on the ground, and she starts praying for the afterlife because throughout generations, no, the end of the times, okay? But the thing is that now I tell you that if you get lost today over here, it's a resource. Why? Because there was a scientist 6-7 years ago. He got lost over here, an average of almost 2 weeks. Rescue teams, they found them eventually. He was A-okay alive, and they were like, what the fuck are you eating all this time? I was eating escargot, I was eating termites. But if you look over here, you're gonna see a line, brownish line. And then if you start looking every other tree, you're gonna start seeing brownish lines. Look at this top of bamboo, there's another brownish line. All that is termite highways, leading to a termite nest. And over here we have tree termites. And termites are harmless for humans. If you're Pinocchio, you're made out of wood, they're gonna eat you alive. But if you're a human, they just crawl over you. You handpick them, you close your eyes, you think about minty flavors, quinoa, alfalfa sprouts, and they're gonna taste that way. And they're a high source of protein. So he was eating termites, he was eating escargot, and mushrooms. I do not know mushrooms, I cannot help you. That's why I tell people it's important to know some basic knowledge just in case you can identify and eat them. But once again, then I was wondering why, because before we cannot eat it because of rat infestation. But now 2022, us humans, I look at this backyard and I wonder, a rat will like to live here and competition try to survive? Or does he prefer where humans are with that big green dumpster that now we threw frappuccinos? They're gonna be like, yeah, sure, guy, let's do this shit. Así que I do believe rat concentrations, humans. Over here, you're gonna find some rats, but it's gonna be not that. Once again, he risked it, he's still alive, no problemo. I prefer to cook it, that way you can kill the bacteria just in case. Así que risks that you can take if you get lost today in the rainforest. ¿Está bien? And then the last one, the weathervane tree. That this was the tree above the ginger. And you can see that the bottom is silver whitish. And over there, this is one of the trees that has the aerial root system. And always green when they're alive over there in the tree, but always silver white no matter what. And my people way back when, they will look at the horizon of the mountains, and depending how many white trees, because wind patterns, this big leaf will make them turn upside down. So I will look at the mountains, depending how many white trees I can see, I can predict directions of winds. If the entire region looks white, like a snowy mountain in the Caribbean, you go and seek refuge. That means that there's a hurricane or a tropical, something massive will be heading in. So way back when, ways of predicting weather that we don't use no more. But the thing that it also bears a fruit that looks like my hand, like a tarantula type of, and needs a bat to pollinize it. And it is known as gummy fruit when it gets pollinized in general terms. And I learned I heard that on the other side is used more than over here. I have never tried gummy fruit in my life. I learned it during tours. And the thing, it will be able to fight, help, prevent, whatever, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, asthma, respiratory illnesses, skin diseases. Amigos, it's more than 24. When I was reading the list, that it was more than 24 shit, I was, what the fuck? And I have never tried this fruit before in my life. Gummy fruit. Cecropia peltata. And it grows all around Puerto Rico. I don't know what it is. ¿Está bien? So it's interesting what you can acquire around you. If you saw the movie Jumanji with the late Robin Williams, he wears this, and the prop is a green one. Once again, props way back when. So yeah, it represents the weather bane tree because it's used also for many survival purposes. ¿Está bien?